On this week's episode, Donald Trump takes over D.C. Did Osama bin Laden really die in 15-minute cities? Plus, vertical ventilation. Welcome to the fireside.
I don't want to talk about Donald Trump anymore, but he just keeps doing shit. He just keeps at it.
What did he do now? I still haven't watched.
He's invading Washington, D.C. Pam Bondi is the new chief of the Washington, D.C. police.
Well, hold on. Donald Trump lives in D.C. How can you invade somewhere you already live?
He's taking over. How about that?
I thought he already did that. Did when in November.
That's the country?
We're going to take over D.C.
All right, well, fine.
The National Police.
I'm going to wind up chopping this episode of a bunch. So, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Like I said, I don't want to keep talking about Trump, but he just keeps doing things. And his latest move is to, I don't know if you've heard him talk about Washington, D.C. lately, but he had this huge press conference the other day where he announced that he is deploying 800 members of the National Guard to curb crime in Washington, D.C. He says apparently there's roving gangs of teenagers. He meant black people. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant.
I thought he meant maybe thugs.
He wants to get rid of all the homeless. He said no more homeless.
Where are they going to go?
Good question.
To a city near you.
Come into a neighborhood near you for sure.
We're going to bust them to Democrat
It doesn't want to see any more of the tents. He literally said.
Well, no one wants to see. I don't want to see any more of the tents.
I don't either, and I would prefer if they left Phoenix as well. However, you got a problem.
Where are you going to put them?
Where are you going to put them? That's the good question.
I don't have an answer to that.
He says we're going to give you a place to stay far, far away from the capital.
California?
I don't know.
It's the farthest you can get.
Dude, don't ship them out west. We got enough.
Well, just keep them in California.
No, I visit there quite often.
Well, don't.
Maybe if you want to put them in the desert somewhere.
You can't just take people, John, and put them in the desert. It's frowned upon.
If you really want.
No.
Say
it with your chest.
I say if you really want them to you can give them a home, but also make them disappear at the same time. Ship them off to Gaza. They'll go away.
That's a poor headline though. Donald Trump ships homeless population of DC to Gaza.
I don't know if that's a worse headline than anything else he's done.
He's done some good things.
He's done
some good. I mean, he's not all bad. He does some things that you're just like, oh god, boy.
Lately, it's all what the fuck.
Okay, so hear me out.
So let me finish the story.
Please, you know what, John? Would you just finish the story?
So he is enacting the National Guard in Washington, D.C. to curb crime.
Okay. How bad is crime in D.C.? Sorry, I'm going to let you finish.
Crime is down. It's a 30-year low in D.C. 30-year low.
Okay.
And we need to get rid of crime in D.C. Pam Bondi came to the podium and says, from here on out, crime has ended in D.C. She solved crime.
Hey.
Yeah. So
we solved racism.
Her first day on the job because Trump has put her in charge of the D.C. Metro Police. So she is now, in fact, the chief of the D.C. Metro Police. Totally qualified
Chief
for
Pam.
it. Yeah. And on day one, she said crime's over. It's done. So that's cool.
Okay. Good. Well, good for them. If they're getting rid of crime.
It's done. It's
Nobody
over.
likes crime. You should get rid of it.
It's over.
Just stop being criminals.
And you're going to do that by employing, troops with rifles down the streets. And also, which is totally cool, I think 150 federal agents will now be patrolling the streets, which they are completely unqualified for. You're going to turn an FBI cop who yesterday was on cyber crimes looking for child porn. Now he's just walking the streets hoping to catch a band of teenage marauders.
Hey, it's the same people that were running security on Trump's speech in Pennsylvania, dude. It's the same qualifications.
Dude, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Okay. So,
and then he says, after this, we are going to go to other cities and do this. We're going to enact military occupation of other cities. Specifically Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, quite blue cities.
Phoenix.
He didn't mention any red states.
So far.
Well, why would you? Because
I don't know. I mean, dude, I'll be devil's advocate here.
Try me on this one. Come.
Well, again, let's for all of you listening at home, I've been so unplugged from everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's happening right now. So my question, I guess, becomes how bad was crime in DC And did it get to a point where they've tried everything else? And now this is the next logical step.
30-year low crime rates. It's not even in the top 10 most dangerous cities.
So why DC specifically?
Because Trump's there.
I did.
And he does have there's this weird provision there where he can take.
No, it's not illegal or anything. What he's doing is
it's not like what he did.
Board.
It's not like what he did in Los Angeles, which again, more troops in the streets for isolated. Dude, I can't get over.
I did hear a conspiracy theory about this.
Well, we can get into those too.
Again, my little button's not working.
What are you trying to do?
My X-Files. Do it again.
That's weird. Yeah, I'm not going to get on, but I'm the furthest person away from saying, hey, he's labeled this. He's a Nazi. He's this. But dude, the man keeps doing dictator shit. He's like, the parallels, if you have ever like studied any kind of early Nazi shit, I hate saying this because it's just so
Are you
overplayed.
Invoking the Nazis with Trump, dude?
I'm trying so hard not to.
Because well, keep going. I'm not going to stop you.
In the 30s, I'm going to get this wrong a little bit because it's so long since I've looked at this shit, but I think it was called the Reichstag.
Yeah, the fire.
The Reichstag fire. And then Hitler invokes.
You got to say it like an angry German.
Reichstag!
Yeah, there you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
So then Hitler invokes this fear, like there's Marxists everywhere, right? We have to clamp down on the Marxists. So we send in, for lack of a better term, I'm going to call them federal troops, but basically he starts taking over police departments, getting rid of chiefs, putting in Nazi loyalists. And he does this all over the place. And you start slowly blending the lines of what actual police duty should be with military authority marching down the streets. And it just doesn't end anywhere good. At what point? Like, and again, these are all loyalists to Trump. There's nobody that's like, maybe I'm with Trump, maybe I'm not. No, everybody's an absolute loyalist. Pete Hegseth, Pam Bondi, who are like in charge of this whole fucking thing and would be in any other city going forward. They are complete loyalists. Like, they're not going to say no to him for anything. Tell me, where does it end? But
I don't know. That's kind of where I sit. I'm like, oh God, like it does. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're not wrong. It doesn't look good on paper. It doesn't sound good.
And it's unnecessary. Like, tell me why it's necessary.
I don't know.
We have police. If you think the police are understaffed and not capable of doing their jobs because of that, well, hey, how about we get some federal funding? How about that $1 trillion defense budget? How about we put some of that towards municipalities' law enforcement and give them more budgeting?
Maybe this is a more rapid solution to, maybe that's like a lot, because that's the obvious answer is give them better funding, give them more bodies. We need that here in this city.
Yeah, that's called legislating.
But maybe that takes time. And so this is a more direct, let's fucking wipe the slate clean and then work on the infrastructure side of things.
But
I don't fucking know.
What again, I hate saying this, but that's what every dictator does. They use these freaking emergencies and they get you all wound up. Hey, first of all, have you ever seen any crime? Like, we live in the 5th biggest city in the country. We're a border state where the cartel could technically run wild. Do you see it on a daily basis? I sure as fuck don't.
I mean, I haven't left my house in 2 months, but
I've left my house in the last 10 years. Like, I don't see this rampant crime everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I would say here, there's a lot more of it down on like the south side. Worked there for a bit. And that was pretty bad down there, I would say, but it's not like throughout the entire city. I feel safe at my house.
Again, it's not like, roaming bands of pirates running everywhere, stealing your shit, carjacking you, raping your wife. That just isn't happening anywhere in America. You're going to have neighborhoods, of course, of lawlessness. I mean, you can get into why that occurs, but to say, hey, we're putting in the military in your neighborhood.
Well, I did hear some talks because you and I were talking the other day about like, maybe we should kind of do a little bit deeper dive on some of this crazy shit that's happening. I did see some talks. So I want to say it was last week or a week and a half ago that one guy, what's his fucking name? Edward Korestein. He goes by Big Balls.
Big Balls, yeah.
Yeah, he and his girlfriend were getting into a car and this alleged gang of thugs tried to beat him up, steal the car, and he took a beating, saved his girl. It was a whole thing. A lot of people were like, oh man, look at that. That's kind of like mainstream news of major crime right before this announcement of nationalizing the police force in DC,
you use an inciting thing like the Reichstag fire.
What I'm saying. Well, I will say that. So now I will say this. This is kind of, so I don't disagree with what you're saying. And I know you do too, so I'm giving you some grace on it. I get tired of the Donald Trump as Hitler comparisons. I get tired of it. Has some things happened before? Yes, absolutely. Now,
the problem is they've overused it by saying things like, hey, he gave a speech at Madison Square Garden.
You know who else did that? You know who else spoke over there?
Yeah, they overused it by that. Hitler. But when he does actual Hitler shit, like, that's got to be... now it's lost its fucking cachet, if you will.
Here's kind of where I think you and I differ, because we all know, I say this every week on the show, dude. You and I both know that I'm the one with the tinfoil under his hat here. I have bigger questions as to, like, was this car, because let's be honest, dude, it was a fucking carjacking. You know how many carjackings happen in the United States every fucking day? Now, this one was a little bit higher profile, but like, not really. This guy was some...
Just because those big balls.
Yeah, it's his name's fun to say. So now we're all upset. But like, this was like a major fucking story. $10,000 reward offered for the tips leading to the arrest of the people who did it. Here's the photo of the people who we think did it. It was like major news.
Justice for big balls.
Like, who gives a fuck about this guy? Like, nobody knew his name 6 months ago. He's not some major fucking guy.
I mean, so one thing I could say to that is, I know you're going to go down an angle. You're going to go down an alley here. Mm-hmm. One thing I will say to this, and I told this to my son the other day, he was asking why. Remember the shooting in New York like a couple weeks ago? The guy went in.
Ooh, let's get into that in a minute. Holy shit, dude. That's insane.
We can do that. But my son was like, first of all, my son's 11. He said, why are they talking about this so much? He's like, people get shot all the time. I'm like, you're right. He said, and I said, but anytime something happens in New York City or Washington, D.C., it gets amplified times 1,000 because they think they're more important than everybody else.
Fair point. I will say, though, that it seems to me that we'll call them the powers that be, because for people who listen to the show, it's no secret that I don't think that Donald Trump's the fucking top of the pyramid here. I just don't. It seems to me like oftentimes in this country and in multiple places all over the world that there's a major event, and now we have to give the military, the police more power. You have to give up some freedoms for your safety. So you have this seemingly innocuous carjacking. Like, aside from the fact that some people knew who this guy was, it's a fucking carjacking. Like, good for you for saving your girlfriend. Good for you for standing your ground. It's not a big fucking deal in the grand scheme of things.
You caught a beating, you walked away.
Yeah. But it was national news.
Yeah.
And on the heels of that, it's give up some freedoms for your safety. Here's military everywhere. Now, I guess the point I'm trying to make is it's nothing different than what we've seen throughout other administrations. I don't think that it's specifically Donald Trump pulling these Hitler-esque moves to become a dictator. I don't think that's the case. I think we are well on track in this country to be giving up our freedoms regardless of who's in office. I think it's regardless of who's in charge. The goal is to slowly whittle away at our freedoms in exchange for safety. And I think that this very well could. Now, I could be wrong. They could mobilize the National Guard, do whatever the fuck they're doing in DC in a month's time. Crime is at zero. There's no criminals everywhere. It's the shining fucking city in the United States. Everything's amazing. And then they pull everybody out. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think once the military hits the ground, they're probably going to be there for a while. But I do think it's an interesting addition in the trend of something happens, it's national news, give up some freedoms, here's some safety security.
So, I mean, yeah, that's no secret. That happens all the time. I mean, you can look back just recent memory of Bush after 9/11 with the
That was a big deal.
Patriot Act and the FISA Act, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act.
Mm-hmm.
So that shit never went away. It's, again, give up a little freedoms. We need to prevent the terrorists. We can't have another 9/11. We can't afford to have a nuclear bomb blow up in Kansas City.
All true.
However, like, our country was founded on these principles, these ideals that it is to be American, a free people. And slowly, anytime something happens, we chip away at it.
Yes.
Just like 9/11, just like Big Balls getting his butt kicked. Now, was that something that was going to happen anyway, and they used this as an excuse?
Maybe.
I think so. Because there's no way they said, oh, fuck, man, Big Balls got fucked up. We got to do something. There's no way that happened.
But they definitely, what is it? Never let a good crisis go to
Exactly.
waste. You know what I mean?
I think this was in their playbook, ready to be like, hey, as soon as the defense lets us, we're calling that act in. And they're doing that right now.
Be interested to see where it goes.
I'll tell you where I think it'll go. And I don't think, to me, this is something that Trump does a lot. He does something huge, right? I'm going to fix this. There's a problem. Only I can fix it. I got it, America. Trust me. I got the best people on it. It's going to work. So what I think is going to happen.
My sound.
So I think he's doing this. He's going to say he's going to fix everything. What's going to happen is you're going to get some photo ops. You're going to have a couple of bullshit arrests, maybe some legitimate arrests. And then in 2 weeks, everyone's going to go back to doing their, because first of all, this act can only last so long where you're allowed to bring in the National Guard in an emergency in DC. It's like those powers don't last forever, but the laws haven't stopped him before. So why would they now? But I think they're going to have a couple of their moments. Everything's going to go away. And yeah, crime will probably go down for these 2 weeks or whatever, how long he keeps them in there. Because yeah, criminals aren't going to want to go roving the streets when there's a platoon of fucking, riflemen ready to take their head off. So they'll probably stay at bay for a little bit. Donald Trump will get his headlines. Everything will go back to normal. And then when asked about it 3 weeks from now, he's just going to bring it up. And we fixed DC. It was on the brink of disaster. The city would have burned if it wasn't for me. I fixed it. Now it's beautiful. Just like he said with Los Angeles in this same press conference, he was saying Los Angeles would have been burnt to the ground if it wasn't for him bringing in the National Guard. Like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? There is almost 9,000 sworn police officers in Los Angeles. 9,000. I think they got it. Everything's going to be fine there in LA.
I'm so sick of it, dude. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm so tired of the theatrics of all of it.
That's all it is. It's just fucking nonsense. I don't understand too, like the non-stop lies about things. They just expect you to not believe your own eyes and ears. Like they're going to say one thing one week. They're going to say the exact opposite next week. No, I never said that. No, I did say this. No, you didn't. It's just fucking dizzying. And I think it's by design.
Oh, fuck yeah. The sad reality, dude, is that they all do it. And the sad reality is that they all do it. And the really sad reality is that there's people on both sides of the aisle who don't recognize that. They have
to. They can't be that dumb.
Oh, I don't think they're dumb. See, that's the thing. How many smart people do you know who will staunchly support their candidate no matter what? It's not a question of intelligence. It's a question of successful brainwashing of the masses. And I think they've had us licked for decades. They've had us licked. And it's people like you and me, people who listen to the show, who wake up to the fact of, it's not about left and right, dude. It's not been about that for fucking decades. It's about us and them.
Yes.
And what they are going to do is slowly take our freedoms away. Slowly, what they're going to eventually, where this goes in my crazy brain, where this goes is 15-minute cities where you don't have to leave your house for anything. Everything gets delivered by drone to your doorstep. You work from home. You work out at home. You don't have a car. You can ride your bicycle or walk to anywhere you possibly need to go for your entire life. You never leave. And they keep you in this tiny little box.
Well, that's the thing with those 15-minute cities too. Like you touch on that a little bit. People think they're making these cities.
No.
And you're going to hurt us in these tiny little areas. Your neighborhood is now a 15-minute city.
Yes. How many times do you order shit on Amazon?
Because Walmart and Amazon dropping drones at your door.
You don't have to leave.
Motherfucker, dude, they are financing Grubhub now because people are so unwilling to. They've got them conditioned to where I'm not going to leave my house.
You mean like people are taking out like loans?
Like Klarna and that stuff where you can like, if you're going to buy something online, you can like, if the purchase costs $100, like, hey, break it up into 4 easy payments and they charge whatever interest. They're doing that with Grubhub now.
You mean people are making payments on a cheeseburger?
Finance your Panda Express. Your orange chicken is financed.
It's fucking over, dude.
So now that fucking $10 bowl of orange chicken and rice now costs you $13.50.
But that's the sad thing is that they've pigeonholed people into a point where
it's a conditioning.
Yes. And they've whittled away at people for years and years and families for generations. And they've worked us down to this point where nobody wants to, nor knows how to cook, nor wants to go to the store. So, cause it's easier to order fucking Panda Express every night. But I work from home with a job that doesn't pay me enough. So I have to finance my Grubhub orders,
which is fucking wild.
It's insane.
I'm financing food.
That is a sign of a nation in decline.
First of all, if you're financing your food, get off your fucking ass and go to the store.
Some grass.
No, touch the gas pedal and go to
outside.
Panda Express. Pick it up.
I actually did that the other night. We have an excuse right now.
Unless you're drunk.
We have don't drink and drive. You might spill your beer. We have an excuse with the baby at home and everything like that. But so like we have been ordering a little bit more than we normally do. That being said, we were set up to get Thai food the other night, and I did the whole thing on DoorDash, wherever the fuck we were using. And it was like $16 extra to have it delivered. It's 4 minutes from my house. I said, fuck it. I'm getting in my car and I'm gonna go get it.
Yes.
$16
Madness.
in other taxes and fees. It's disgusting.
You could order it online and just walk in the store and
go
pick it up.
Save the money.
Get off your ass.
Here's in the same vein of this, because we're dealing with like getting all the hospital bills and shit right now from everything. First of all, insurance is a fucking scam. I'll just say it's bullshit. We got a bill for 47 cents. They gave Jordan a piece of paper to fill out at like, are you going to kill yourself? Are you going to kill the baby? Do you want to kill your husband? Are you happy? Have you laughed recently? Like the whole postpartum depression, which is a real thing, but they gave her a little piece of paper assessment for it. They billed the insurance for $8. Then
for the piece of paper?
Yes.
Shut the fuck
Then
up.
the insurance paid all but 47 cents. And in the mail, I got a letter with a bill for 47 cents. I didn't get to it in time because bless her heart, Jordan wants to do the right thing all the time. She paid it, but I saw it and she goes, I already paid it. I'm like, damn it, you shouldn't have paid it. I'm not fucking paying that on principle. You can send it to collections and you can fucking take it out of my paycheck because it costs you more money to send me the bill for 47 cents than you're going to get from me paying it to you. What are we doing?
In transaction fees back and forth, that 47 cents is a wash.
What are we doing?
Can you imagine that your credit takes a hit because of 47 cent charge?
It happens.
Fuck yeah, it happens.
It happens. I got another bill for like $4.
Dude, people go into bankruptcy over medical debt.
It's and here's the thing. This is a complete fucking 90-degree turn, but like I'm not for free healthcare, period.
I'm getting there.
I can understand basic healthcare for free. I can understand there has to be a line.
You shouldn't be able to get like certain things, but you should be able to like, I shouldn't have to go into debt or die because I had a cavity.
Yes.
And my mouth got infected. Next thing you know, went to my brain and I'm dead.
But like I'm sitting here getting these bills and it's like, okay, so you had a baby, C-section. One of the bills we got was $42,000. We owed $1,500 on it. My question is, okay, so like the $40,500 that you got from the insurance isn't enough money. You need my little fucking chump change of $1,500. Like, fuck you. What are we doing?
There are people way more qualified to talk about this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a dumb fireman.
But I've listened to enough of them to know that it is a scam top to bottom.
It totally is.
There are so many people in between you and the provider with their hand in the pot. It's unreal.
It's disgusting.
That's why it costs, $1 billion. It'll cost you fucking like $17 for one aspirin.
But in this country right now, we have, and I've listened to so many people talk about this. I think it's fascinating. We have this culture, and because we work EMS, we have a culture. Now our job's different. Our job is show up, maintain the patient till they get to a definitive level of care. We're done. Like our job is to keep you alive for 5 to 10 minutes,
or just transport if you need a ride,
or
apparently.
give you a ride if your knee is hurt for 4 weeks and it's 2:00 in the morning. And you just can't. You just can't. It's fine.
I can't sleep.
I digress. We have a culture in this country of treating the symptoms and not finding a cure. You go to one doctor who refers you to 4 different specialists who give you 3 different drugs each. And all of a sudden you're taking all of these pills and the insurance billing the fuck out of you.
Oh, yeah.
It's a racket. It's a racket as opposed to like, oh, you're having a tough time breathing. When's the last time you went to the gym? Do you work out? What do you eat? What does your life look like? Instead, it's here's 30 different medications. And as you develop tolerance to them, we'll just increase the dosage and bill you more for it.
Because the provider's got their hands tied for a lot of legal reasons. Like, I have to treat this. He's got this. I have to give him an option.
It's so sad. And I guess all of this is to say with the what Trump's doing in DC as kind of a fixed point on all that. I think all of this is to say we are slowly giving up freedoms, and at the same time, the system is slowly bleeding us dry. And this doesn't end well.
No.
It just doesn't.
No.
Like
this ends in Hunger Games shit.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but we're headed that way. And the way that something We've been watching so many movies at home just because there's nothing else to do right now. And like, we haven't hit Hunger Games yet, but it's coming. But
you haven't seen Hunger Games yet?
Well, I've seen it, but we haven't like hit that
recycled.
in what we're watching right now. But I do think it's funny that like all of the citizens in the Capitol, they resemble a very specific political sect of our country. If you catch my drift, blue hair, crazy hair, like all these crazy outfits, very flamboyant. And I think it's funny that like that's the Capitol citizens in the country. And look what happens to the country if you let them control everything.
I don't even think it's them. I just think it's rich people in general, rich, affluent people in general, because we've talked about this in a lot of different subjects and what it pertains to. But once you get so comfortable and you have so much money and you don't have any real problems, you start doing weird shit.
You go to Epstein's Island. Which never happened, doesn't exist. There's no list.
You bone a child. You dye your hair pink. Like, not every. I don't think that every person that dyes their hair pink is a fucking weirdo. Like, whatever.
You ever listen to Crowder's show where he goes, not all, not all, not all, not all, not all, not all, because for liability reasons.
Yeah, not all.
Not all, not all, not all.
Let me say it again. It's a generalization. But like, once you get to that stage where you have no real problems, you start doing weird things.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm going to chop my tits off and dye my hair a weird color. Like shit like that. Like, I'm very bored. I don't have any real problems. I have lots of food. I have lots of love, protection in my life. I have everything I could possibly need. I'm going to get weird.
That's the thing, though, is that we have so many problems in this country that we should be focused on. But we're not focusing on them.
Well, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It is, in my mind, a completely manufactured construct just to keep us divided and talking about other things to enact the things like you said. Let's slowly fucking strangle that noose around their neck. Let's keep tightening that noose.
Dude, I'm working on this crazy. We're going to need to get that corkboard in here one of these days. I think it all started in the 50s or 60s. I think that's kind of when we started to turn the corner.
What's your genesis?
What's my genesis?
What happened? What was the point? What happened?
They fucking shot JFK.
That was in the 60s. You said the 50s.
Well, in the 50s, I believe that's when the CIA and Mossad were formed. That's when I think it started.
Was it? What point did the OSS turn into the CIA?
Let's find out.
Dude, Mossad, I've done a decent amount of like research on Mossad. They were a bunch of bumbling fools in the beginning. So I don't think they were well equipped to do much back then.
Dude, I
shouldn't say bumbling fools, but they were not what they are today.
Yeah, you better be careful. They're going to shoot you in the back of the head. 1942 was OSS. 1947 was the birth of the CIA. Okay. So close enough.
5 years just after the war.
I will say, and I didn't bring, I'll bring more specific stuff next week, but I will say that every rabbit hole I jump down ends in the 50s and 60s. Every single one of them. Fucking MK Ultra, fucking JFK, the CIA, the Mossad, like everything funnels back to this, like fucking the moon landing, 60. Everything funnels back to this 50s and 60s.
It makes you feel like they were up to some wild, crazy shit in the 50s, 60s, 70s. But
when was Roswell?
No, but 50s. But that's just because we've got to this point in 2025 where all that shit's been declassified and you can start putting the pieces together. What's going to be unclassified another 50 years from now?
I read something last night that it was talking about AI. And I guess Chat GPT 5 came out, and I guess it's not like much different than 4. But and people were bitching online about like, oh, we didn't really get much of it. Like, fuck off, first of all.
First of all, it's free.
Yeah, first of all, it's
shut
free.
The fuck off.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
But I stand behind, give me a time, give me one instance where the public got access to something that also at the same time the military got access to at the same time.
Oh, well, no, yeah.
So if we're just getting AI now, what has the military had for 50 years?
Well, I think a form of the internet, I think it was ARPANET, started during Vietnam, they started working on the internet. So, and it obviously wasn't anything like we have today, but they started on it. I mean, that's kind of a fact. We know that. As far as AI goes, people say that we've had artificial intelligence, and some people even.
Oh,
what's that?
By the mid 1960s,
what?
The U.S. Department of Defense was heavily funding AI research. Once again, we land in the 60s.
But it goes to like, what is AI and what was it capable of? I would think if there was things that AI is capable of today, if that was the case 20 years ago, somebody would have said something.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I totally do.
I mean, I don't think that we actually landed on the moon. So that's where I stand. And I don't think anybody, well, let me put it this way. I've been doing, dude, I'm obsessed with the moon landing because I think it's like if it's like a lie, it is the craziest lie anybody has ever told ever.
We'll tell you what, how about next show? We just talk about the moon.
Let's talk about the moon.
And I'll preface it by saying this.
We never went.
No.
I think we went.
I think we went.
Me too.
I don't think we went when we said we did.
I think we went. I don't think that the footage that we have is the footage of when we went.
I could go along with that.
I think that, because if you think about it, and we can get into it next week, like the way that they said they built the craft to get there is not conducive for people or equipment surviving that trip. And then the whole like Nixon phone call, like the technology didn't exist for that.
You're not calling the moon.
No. And now they said he picked up the phone and the phone went to a place in NASA and NASA had the phone next to a radio and that went to the moon.
So like, just to kind of piggyback on a point you made a minute ago, and it just clicked to me, like, yeah, like I've always thought, like, we're not calling the fucking moon. Like,
no,
sometimes I can't call out when I'm in my neighborhood.
The
because
moon's
of the mountains.
a fucking studio in Hollywood.
But you brought up a point. Since when did the public have access to the same technology that
I'll give you
the
that.
government did? So I mean, maybe they had some advanced shit.
What I'm saying is, I think that we have been being lied. Now, here's the crazy thing. I don't remember what comedian it was, but he was saying something along the lines of like, you guys really don't think the government fucking lies to us on a daily basis? Yes. I have one kid at home and I lie to that little motherfucker all the time.
Said the government's in charge of everybody.
And the government's in charge of everybody.
I'm in charge of one person. Yeah. I lie to that motherfucker all the time.
All the time.
He used a racial slur to refer to his own child.
I don't know. I don't even know what that word is, to be honest with you.
Don't do it.
I think, I don't know, dude. And I think, honestly, and this is a complete pivot again, but that seems to be where today's show is going, which I'm kind of a fan of, to be honest with you. I think that there's a lot going on in the Middle East that we are not being told about.
Such as?
I am firmly in the camp of we are cleansing fucking Gaza right now.
Oh, dude, that's not a secret.
But like, nobody's talking about it, and it blows my fucking mind.
People are talking about it, but when they do talk about it, they're called anti-Semites.
That's funny. I actually got on AI last night. I went into Gemini and tried to like play around with anti-Semite versus anti-Israel and like tried to find. And what's funny is, to be fair, the AI bot I was talking to was very like, well, no, you can criticize the government of Israel and not be anti-Semite, like totally like logical about it. But if you did it in real life, fuck you, you're racist. Well, don't come back.
Because you have to say that. That's just the way you shut down an argument, right?
Fucking Tucker Carlson had this guy on last week who served in Gaza as part of the humanitarian effort.
Yeah, the guy is a lieutenant colonel. I can't remember his name.
Oh my God,
Lieutenant colonel, former Green Beret.
Like, you can't get any more primary source than that guy. He brought his own videos.
They're tearing him apart.
And they're ripping him up. And he brought his own, he was, here's from a GoPro I had strapped to my helmet. And here's the video of me on the ground there every fucking day. And it was people running for food and people shooting over their heads and treating them like fucking animals. Like, I get it, man. I get that there's terrorists and Hamas is terrible. And like October 7th was terrible. All of that can be true. But at the same time, like, the population of a country is not all terrorists. You guys,
in order to go out and do the things that you have to do in war, you have to dehumanize your enemy.
And they've done a very good job of that. And
once you condition the people and the military to dehumanize your opponent, it's very easy to do those things, and you can justify it in a lot of different ways.
So my heart breaks because dude, human life is sacred, man. We shouldn't be fucking. These people they're walking miles and miles and miles and miles. They're not handing out water, by the way.
No water.
And fun fact, the food they're giving out for the humanitarian aid. Beans, rice,
flour.
Lentils. You need water to make the food.
Yeah.
And we're not giving them water.
It's too expensive. Yeah.
So they're eating dry beans?
Well,
and we call that humanitarian aid? Fuck off.
They're not eating anything. It would be super cool if somebody could just go in there and document it.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's maybe send a member of the press over there.
Oh, you know what? We have.
There
were a bunch of press members over there. Huh. Almost 200 of them have been killed, by the way.
Shit.
They just killed 5 more reporters from Al Jazeera. One guy was like pretty well known, like reported day and night. He would live stream. You want to know what Israel did? First of all, a targeted strike. They knowingly went and killed all of these guys.
Perfect.
They said that he was he was the leader of a Hamas cell.
Of course he was.
This dude reports for Al Jazeera morning, noon, and night, and they said that he was the leader of a terrorist cell. So we killed him.
We were flipping around the TV last night, just waiting for.
I just want to piggyback on that. Killing journalists. I want to say it. I said it last week, but I don't think it got published. I will say it again. Almost 200 journalists have been killed in Gaza.
Yeah.
200 journalists didn't die in the 20 years of Vietnam.
Yep.
And 200 journalists didn't die in our 20-year war on terror throughout all those countries. But almost 200 have died in the 2 years in Gaza.
They used to be safe with a little helmet that said press on it. Everybody was like, all right, don't shoot that
That's
guy.
a fucking target now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legitimate target.
Dude, we were watching, here's another one for you. Dude, maybe next week. I want to do a segment, maybe next week. Well, next week we'll do the moon. The week after, I want to do a segment of like, here's all the things I think they lied about. Because we were watching.
In Israel?
No, just in general. Last
Jesus,
night, fucking.
It's going to be a list.
Yeah. Last night. Well, like more like things that happen that we don't talk about anymore. Like the drones in New Jersey. We just don't. What the fuck was that all about?
I was going to talk about that today.
Oh my God.
I didn't have time to get my video prepped.
I will say Zero Dark 30 was on last night.
It's a good movie.
Fucking great movie, right? But I was sitting there watching going, I wonder if it like really happened this way. Because I had this thought and I was talking to Jordan about it. I was like, you know that like every military movie that comes out, the Pentagon has a hand in. So like the Pentagon has a budget for Hollywood, and every movie that comes out, fucking, I don't know, what's that movie about the wall, the fucking Jarhead, fucking the Zero Dark 30, anything with the military in it, the Pentagon has to sign off on.
They don't have to sign off on it. What they do is, this is another thing I read about several times. What they do is, hey, I hear you're making a military movie, and it involves some tanks and some Apaches and things like that. Like, we could help you out. A couple of F-35 flyovers. Like, dude, that would be amazing. You think you can do that? Like, absolutely, we can do that.
We got you.
Hey, those tactics are a little wrong. Do you think we can guide you on that? Hey, fucker, you can't say that. You're using all our F-35s and our tanks and our troops, and we taught you to. You can't say that, or just even gently, just persuading them, since you've made relationships with all these people, and they do that. Like, hey, Adam, you're the military guy liaison with Hollywood. I've worked with you on 10 other films, and if you tell me something, I'm probably going to like you and listen to you, so I'm going to do it. So yeah, all these movies, they don't sit there and strong arm them, but they basically persuade them by giving them free access to a lot of military shit. All the coolest military movies that have all the best gear in it. For sure, somebody from the Pentagon was a liaison in that. And they all have their own filmmaking department.
Well, that all being said, like, I was just watching this movie going, how much of this is like actually based on a true story?
Propaganda.
And well, you know what I mean? Like, how it's kind of like, it made me think of like back in the day. I don't think either of us are alive when they would do those, like, no, neither of us were here. When they did those black and white, like today in the war in Germany or whatever. And it'd be black and white. Like before they show movies, it'd be like tanks and like, well, the USA troops have made progress on the Western front. Like, what if that's just modern day? This is just the modern day version of that. You know what I mean? Like they just, cause you leave every one of those American Sniper, you leave every one of those movies going, fuck yeah, dude, we fucking got that guy.
I'm ready to kill a Middle Easterner every time.
I'm fucking ready. Sign me up. I'm gonna go kill some terrorists.
Well, that's the long game of dehumanizing your enemy, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying is like they put these in because I think about way too much all the time. I'm sitting there watching this movie and I'm like, look at all these guys playing the terrorists, and look at all these people playing the bad guys and playing the insurgents. And like, that's got to feel pretty shitty, right? Like, I'm getting paid to represent my people as these fucking savages when that's probably not the case.
You know what we call them? Sellouts.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I don't know. But it did occur to me, and then I'll get off the Bin Laden train for now, I suppose.
Dude, I could talk about Middle East all fucking day.
They dumped his body in the ocean.
That's a weird one.
To say the least, we killed the most wanted terrorist in the world, and we just threw him in the ocean on the way back.
Wrapped him up in a sheet and threw him overboard.
What the fuck? Is there video? I feel like there's video of the body dump.
There is.
But again, we wrapped him in a sheet. But he's wrapped in a sheet.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
I mean, come on.
On a couple levels, we get enough blowback from all the bullshit we do. Like, I don't know if we needed more blowback from like, hey, we're dumping his lifeless body in the ocean without the sheet on it. Maybe that
if
add
it
a little
went
bit
down,
of dignity.
if 9/11 went down the way they said it went down, which I don't think it did, which is another episode. This is the most vilified, most wanted, most evil enemy of America ever. They didn't bring him back to the country and showboat it just like a little bit. Like, we fucking got you.
Parade him around the country like King Tut's tomb.
You know what I mean? Like nothing, not even a fucking parade. It's just like, yeah, we dumped him in the fucking ocean on the way back. Don't ask any questions.
I
He's
feel like
dead.
we should have had his head on a spike on the White House lawn for a little while.
At the very least, a pinata. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, not only that, like right after 9/11, when we went to Afghanistan, like we had him cornered in Tora Bora, and they were told, special ops was told to let him go. Because why? Because if you kill him, war's over.
Oh yeah.
So you got to let him go because we got to keep chasing him around.
I couldn't wrap my, here. I'm going to turn off my sound. I'm going to just watch it here for a second. I couldn't wrap my mind around, all right, we got him. We're going to dump him in the ocean and not show anybody any pictures of him whatsoever.
I wonder to what extent that
What
they
the fuck?
wanted to have a little bit of decorum. Like, because you could have showed, because obviously when they do those raids, like there's a lot, they have video. They're recording on that, right? So when they shot him, they had video. Like we could have shown that to the American public. Here's Osama. We just shot him in the face.
I clicked on this link. It said the video, and it's this guy. Can we just switch to my laptop? Look at this fucking.
You've got
thing.
the button.
Oh yeah. Let me make sure the sound's on because I muted my laptop here. So I was like, I thought it was in a ship, but I was like, maybe this is it.
Roger that.
No, it's in a ship.
I thought this was the real video. It's not.
Oh,
look at this thing.
Yes, current location is 469.
This is fucking obviously not the real video, but like it got me pretty good. I was like,
fucking dumped him.
The article says everyone knows that the burial at Z story was fishy, but here's what really happened. That's my bad. I bit too hard on that.
No, that's good.
Oh my god,
That's
it
probably
got me
exactly
pretty
what happened.
good.
Oh fuck! Like, dude, now we got to stage something.
It got me pretty fucking good. I don't understand it. Did we even have any like photos of him? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, they could have showed the whole video of the raid if they wanted to, and him dying.
Right? Like those guys wear cameras, and those guys fucking.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. But I'm wondering to what extent we wanted to have a little bit of dignity around it.
See, and I don't know about that because in my mind, and maybe it's just because I don't know. I would not be good in charge of military. I'd be fucking petty about everything. But like for me, it's like, you just killed thousands of Americans. I have no problem showing your dead body all over the world and be like, hey, if you fuck with us, this is what happens to you.
Adam, by this time, Al-Qaeda, we were already fighting with Al-Qaeda in Syria.
Yeah,
Like,
so
we were on the same team at this time. Yeah. The guys that killed thousands of Americans, we were on the same team a decade later.
See, and that's why I think none of it matters, dude. It's all about the military industrial complex. It's all about keeping war going. It's all about who can we sell guns to this time.
This is why my plan works. Everybody in the military industrial complex, however much money you would get saying peak wartime, like, hey, you're Raytheon, you get $5 billion during peak wartime every year. Hey, you know what? We're going to set up a budget of $5 billion. You get that every year, no matter what, whether we go to war or not, just keep making us weapons and sending it. That way we don't have to go to war unnecessarily. It builds up our stockpile and they just keep getting rich doing nothing. They don't have to spend money on lobbyists, whining and dining, doing all the secret backdoor shit. You just get your money. All you have to do is do your fucking job and make me a bomb. That's it.
I have something for you. I'm trying to get it sized right to the screen. So I knew that there was a picture of bin Laden that got released, and I hadn't looked at it in a while.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it now for the first time in a long time. And so for everybody who's watching this, like, there's going to be dead people here in a second. But like, okay, so on the left is
Trigger warning.
On the left is alive bin Laden, and on the right is dead bin Laden. And I just want you to look at specifically the left and the right pictures for me. Doesn't that look like the same picture? And then they added some blood, and like his mouth is the same. His eyes are in the same spot. His beard is exactly the same. Dude, that's photoshopped as fuck. Look at that. Maybe not the middle one, because for whatever reason they decided he needed a shave. But like, look at the left picture and look at the right picture.
Well, no, what I think they're trying to do is say that middle one's a totally different person, and they just Photoshopped those effects onto him.
Sure. But like, I haven't looked at these in a very long time, but look at them now.
Or the guy in the middle is him and he had shaved his beard and he's trying to hide. But have you ever seen anybody get shot in the face?
Yeah, actually.
It distorts their fucking head so bad. Like it might not even look recognizable.
But my point is like the left image and the right image are in the exact same position. You could probably superimpose one over the other and then add some blood effects. Like, but the one on the right is the picture that got released for, hey, he's dead. We killed him.
No way.
Yes, that's the picture that came out. That was the, hey, we got him picture.
I can't just believe that this is the one.
All right, well, do your own little Google search. Let me know what you come up with. I just did Osama bin Laden dead photo because I remember that was the picture that got released. And if you click on view image, that's one I haven't seen before. But he has no beard in that one. He's laying in a pool of blood. Yeah, there you go. Here's the news article on The Guardian with that fucking picture. I'm going to switch back to my laptop.
Why the 3 pictures?
I don't know. But there's the Guardian article that came out.
Oh, right there it says Osama bin Laden corpse photos fake. Like they're saying this picture is fake.
Not in this article. This says right here.
I'm looking at the Guardian right now. Look at it.
Oh, here. Sorry. Back to your laptop.
Wait, there I am. Yeah,
hey,
the Guardian. Osama bin Laden corpse photos fake. Image of bloodied man picked up by British newspapers have been circulating online for 2 years. It's fake.
Okay, so we don't. So that just.
And the Guardian's not a bullshit paper. It's like the UK's version of the Times.
So that just proves my point, I guess, is that
I was going to say, if something's Photoshopped, there are people that have the skills to run that through whatever they do and say, hey, this is fake.
Well, now, especially with AI and stuff. But like, that's what I'm saying is, here's what I remember. This was the fucking, let me go back here. Like, I'm trying to zoom in.
I remember seeing pictures of the room and stuff. I don't remember seeing a dead picture of him.
But that's what I'm saying is we don't have any pictures of him. And we had, I swear to God, I saw a video of us dumping a corpse in the ocean. Yeah. But like, we never saw anything. I don't know if he's fucking dead, dude. Just like Epstein. Maybe he's hanging out with Epstein somewhere.
There's no reason to keep him alive. Like he was just a piece. Like there's no reason for him to be alive. Like
yeah, but like maybe we never even fucking went out there and killed him. You know what I mean? If he's a piece of shit and there's no reason, why would we go after him?
I don't believe that at all, because then you can just justify special ops missions forever hunting for bin Laden. Like killing him ends the game.
Until we move on to the next fucking guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it just doesn't matter. It's inconsequential one way or the other, whether you killed him or not. Like it doesn't mean anything.
I don't know, man. I've crossed over into the territory of like, I get kind of scared like researching some of this stuff because I'm like, dude, I'm popping up in searches now. They know I'm onto him, dude. They know I'm onto him.
I mean, they don't fucking
Nothing's
care about
gonna
us.
happen. We can say whatever, dude. We don't matter.
No,
it's all right. It's okay.
That's too far away. I can't see how long we've been going.
I don't even know. Yeah, my eyes aren't that good. Anyway, what else you got for me?
I wanted to talk about the New Jersey drone thing, but I didn't get a chance to clip together the videos. There's a couple longer interviews. But
that's wild. That was like, we don't know what it is, to it might be Iran and some sort of mothership.
Well, that's because everything wants to be Iran this day, so we can justify bombing them.
And then it was us. And then it was, we don't know what it was. Stop talking about it.
Well, the interview I was going to reference, there were 2 separate ones, but Trump was asked about it and he's like, yeah, I know what it is. No big deal. I can't tell you what it is. Okay. Whatever.
For your safety.
But we can get into why he can't tell us about, like, maybe not today because I'd rather show the videos. And then the other one was of Tulsi Gabbard. She was asked about it and she's like, I still have some questions about that. What? Huh? You're the director of national intelligence. What do you mean you have questions?
So does everybody in the country. Tulsi, we want to know.
Tulsi, if you have questions, guess what? You have the authority to go find them. I don't. You do. You're the director of national intelligence. You have questions, go get answers, girl. That's
why I don't really get like up in arms about American politics anymore, dude, because I think it's all theater. No matter what, whoever's in charge, the other side's going to be to blame for everything. And there will always be things that we never have answers to. And there will always be massive events that cause us to give up freedoms. And it's just,
that's why the older I'm the opposite. Game. The older I get, the more fucking crabby I'm getting about it. Cause they are fucking us.
And that's the thing at your core and this is everybody, you should be angry. People should be waking up to the fact
but
that
they want us to be apoplectic like you're getting. They want us not to care. Like
they want you to give
whatever.
up.
Blah,
They
blah,
wa-
blah.
And maybe it's just because I'm tired right now. I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
So maybe when I get my feet back under me and get back into the mix and stuff, I'll start getting pissed off.
This is the
again.
rebellion. Like we need
Oh
to,
yeah.
I want for nothing more than for people to listen to this podcast, whether they like us or not, or whether we provide great insight. I just want them to think like, oh, that was interesting. I should go look into that more, and then look into it more and see that I'm right.
Stop doing your own research.
Oh yeah.
You racist.
Don't do your own research.
That I think so. We all know that the term conspiracy theorist was coined in the 60s
the CIA
by the CIA. Weird. But I think two things, more than two things. But right now I'm thinking two things. I think the term woke was another subversion of truth. And I think that was another I think.
Woke was co-opted because that was like an urban thing. Like, hey, I'm woke. Like,
yeah,
I'm
stay
awake.
woke.
I
You
see
know what
everything
I mean?
that's going
but
on.
then
You can't
woke
fool me. I'm woke.
woke became this leftist, right? So I think that's one of them. But I also
The right
think,
co-opted and put it on to
Yes.
crazy Democrats.
and I think doing your own research is another, because like think about it, like, well, because it today now it's like, whoa, let me guess, you did your own research, you conspiracy theorist. Like, whoa.
Since when is reading?
I
considered-
read something.
Yeah.
I had a question and I searched for the answer. Why does that make me the bad guy?
I didn't say I went into the fucking lab with beakers and things like that and
No.
conducted my own scientific research. I'm saying I had questions about something. I went and found answers.
I read multiple articles. I cross-referenced the information that I was finding, and then I came to my own conclusion based on common sense and my past experience as to what I really think is happening here. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I did my own research. Dude, it fucking drives me bananas when people say, well, let me guess, you're just another right-winger who does his own research.
What does that mean?
Fuck you, dude.
I think every week every single week when there's a topic I want to talk, like, that's really interesting. I don't know. And I literally read a book every fucking week.
So you're supposed to do.
And all these fucking news articles. I shouldn't say I read it because I always have the audio in my headphones.
Yeah,
When I'm at the
it's the way
gym,
to
I'm
go.
in the car. I got that. That way I can
It's the way
read
to go.
it. And when I sit down, I read more news articles. Like I read a fuck ton.
But you know where that started though? With fucking COVID.
Yeah.
The COVID was the era of trust the experts.
Yes.
Which all of that to say, like I know.
The experts have done themselves no favors.
The experts change their mind all the time. The experts change. I know. But that's not the point. The point is don't just trust the experts. Trust the experts.
Yeah.
Right? There will always be somebody who knows. That's why people call 911. We're the experts, right?
Yeah.
But also don't just blindly trust the experts. Do your own research.
Yeah. You have to, like you talk about medical,
Think.
you have to be your own advocate when it comes to thought.
Yes.
Like-
You can't just sit there and finance your cheeseburger on fucking DoorDash and do nothing all day, work from home for 6 hours, and then fuck off for the rest of the day till you wake up and do it all again, and then do whatever the government tells you because they're the experts. They know what's best for you.
And then insult people that actually do try to find answers.
Yeah, and then fucking be perpetually online going, oh, let me guess, you did your own fucking research, you conspiracy theorist.
If you could take away one thing from this show, I want you to do your own research.
Do your own research.
About everything.
Just do your own research. And unfortunately, I think most people will find that once you start doing your own research, you kind of just, oh God, wait, that's how it really happened?
In my case, and a
hold on
lot
a
of people
second.
I know, it's mildly addicting because you do feel like, oh shit, why did they say it that way?
Yeah.
You know
why it's addicting? Because you found out that you were lied to.
You've
and
become
that feels
woke.
wrong. Yes. Well, that's the thing. They have co-opted this wokeness into like the opposite of what being woke actually means.
Changing dialectics, that's for lack of a better term, that's a Marxist.
Weird.
Yeah.
But like in the common phraseology, well, that was a big word. I don't even know if that's a real word.
Sounds
Being
real.
woke is like everybody love everybody and live your best life and your own truth and like which if
cut your penis off and you're a woman. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, there's the whole cut your wiener off thing. But
what's the thing is they put all that shit into the same category of woke.
But if you think about it, like living your own truth. Do we know what truth means? There is no my truth.
Truth is not subjective.
There is
It's
no
objective.
your truth.
Yeah, there is truth and
There's
there is false.
I will give you your lived experience. Another phrase I fucking hate. I will give you that because everybody experiences life differently.
Yes, you experience life differently, but the truth is the truth.
But the truth is the truth.
Yes.
Right? Like there is no, well, to me, like I watch some of these debates and stuff and someone will say like, someone will go, well, do you think what Hitler did was wrong? And someone will say, well, to him it was right. To me it was wrong. That's not the question.
No.
Nor is it the answer.
As a society, we've decided that
We have
murdering
decided
people is bad.
that killing others is incorrect.
Yeah.
Don't do that. There is not, I don't even know how we got on this, but like, there is no my truth, your truth, their truth. There is the truth. And I'll die on that hill.
And if you want the truth, tune into the Fireside every
The
week.
Fireside Show.
That's all I've got.
Rumble. YouTube if we don't get banned. Instagram.
That's it.
We got to do the